Happy Sunday, guys. Hey, church girls. Have you been dating like a church girl? You know how church girls date, okay? Have you ever wondered maybe you are still single because you're dating like a church girl? That's what we're going to talk about today. How not to date like a church girl. How not to date like a church girl. I hope you have some tea, girl, because we got talk. Okay, this is my husband's cup. We have to talk about how you've been dating like a church girl, and maybe that's why you are still single. Now, y'all know I've been in the church my whole life. My father is a preacher, not my biological father, but my spiritual father, Bishop Marvin Bradshaw Sr., he's been my dad since I was 17 years old. I started going to Faith Christian Center when I was 17-year-old with my baby was 4 months. I had my daughter at 16 years old. So you know I've been in the church my whole life, and I'll be 42 this year. Okay, I've been in the church my whole life. And as long as I've known myself, I wanted to get married. Told you guys about my college sweetheart. Met him when I was 19 years old. He was 23, 24. My father had me to break up with him because he told me I loved him too much. I have to tell you guys that story one day. So I've been believing God for years and years and years for my husband. Been in the church my whole life. Okay, praying for Boaz. Boaz never came to my church to look for me and to find me and to marry me and to make my life better. Hello. And I realized one day I was 34 and I was laying on my futon and the Lord spoke to me. Well, no, it came to me like, I was like, girl, I was 33. I was going to turn 34. Girl, you 34, no prospects, no husband. The Spirit of the Lord spoke to me, said, get up and get out. I jumped up, got on my computer, and I was looking for events to go to because I'm like, I need to reposition myself, make myself available to be found, because at 34, been in the church all my life, nobody had found me yet, and I need to get married. I'm getting older, and I've always wanted to be married. Well, I started going to different events, different here and there, going out to nice restaurants, going up in the upper class community, because, you know, that's where I want to live, and going to nice restaurants and stuff like that. Well, went to this event at a restaurant that turned into like a lounge, and Friday nights they have events, and it was a networking event this night. Girl, I was sitting just like I'm sitting right here. My husband, Michael, walked in and sat right next to me. He knew my friend's wife was sitting on the other side, so he knew her, and he sat and talked. Girl, that man was flirting with me all night. I didn't even know he was flirting with me until he complimented me on my legs. Okay. So then he said he was going to call me and take me out. It took him a whole month to take me out, but it was okay because I was out dating and seeing other people and going out with other guys. Okay, so it didn't matter. But when he called me a month later and he took me out, it was on. He proposed to me in months. He proposed. Okay. Because I was all that he was looking for. So, church girls, we have to stop dating like church girls. This is how church girls date. I've read this. I just want to scream, no. So you hear the church girls pray, Lord, please show me who my husband is. What difference does it make? Show you. Okay. So a lot of women now say, I pray for God to show me who my husband is, allegedly. And God allegedly showed me who my husband is. So now they spend years praying for God to show them who their husband is. And now they spend another 10 years praying for God to tell the who they say God said is their husband, for God to tell him that she's his wife. Did you get that? You spend years praying for God to show you. You claim God allegedly showed you that Billy Bob is your husband. Billy Bob don't know, because God didn't tell Billy Bob that you're his wife. So now you're going to spend years praying for God to show Billy Bob that you're supposed to be his wife. All this time you're wasting time. Lies. Y'all need to stop lying on the Holy Ghost. Okay? Stop lying on God. Okay? 10 years for God to show you that Billy Bob is your husband, and then another 10 years for God to speak to Billy Bob that you're supposed to be in the wife. In the meantime, Billy Bob is praying and dating, and then Billy Bob got married. So somebody's lying. Billy Bob don't even know you exist, but you claim God told you Billy Bob that you had a crush on, that you like, is your husband, but Billy Bob end up marrying Mary Sue. Girl, stop it. Okay? So first you spend years praying for God to show you who your husband is. And then when you claim that God allegedly told you that Billy Bob is your husband, who Billy Bob don't know you, don't like you, you're not even his type, he married Mary Sue. You're going to spend years praying for God to show Billy Bob that you're his wife. And you're wasting time, my darling. You are wasting time. The third thing we do. So number one, how we need to stop dating like a church girl. Stop praying and asking God to show you who your husband is. Okay? Stop it. Wasting time. And number one and number two goes together, because after you claim God allegedly show you that Billy Bob is your husband, now you need to spend years and years and years and years and years pray that God will tell Billy Bob that you're his wife. Lies. Stop. And the third thing we need to stop doing, my sisters, is stop putting God in a box. We think that the only place we can meet our husband is in the church. And so every time the doors of the church are open, we're there. Monday, we go to prayer meeting. Tuesday, usher board meeting. Wednesday night, Bible study. We're supposed to go to Bible study. Thursday night, choir rehearsal. Friday night, singles ministry. The same 5 ladies been showing up for 10 years. And Saturday, you're frying chicken all day. Sunday morning, you wake up, you go to Sunday school at 9 o'clock. 11 o'clock service. Then there's 2 o'clock service. Then there's 6 o'clock service. So you're at the church all the day, all the time. And ain't nobody at your church trying to marry you. So when are you supposed to find somebody? You supposed to meet somebody to marry, my sisters? We need to stop dating like church girls. This is what we need to do, my church girls, my sister princesses. We need to reposition yourselves the same way I did. Reposition ourselves. I'm working on a book right now talking about how to gather data on the guys you meet. Do you know it took me all these years to realize the reason why I never met my husband or somebody like my husband was because my husband type of men, they didn't come to the little church on the corner. Okay? My husband is a 40-something business-educated businessman, and they're not going to be at the little church on the corner with 20 people. Okay? My husband goes to the biggest church in our community. Pastor is his frat brother. They're alphas. And the pastor's a lawyer. Because why? Iron sharpens iron. The type of men that leads the church, they attract those type of men. And those type of men go towards those type of men. So he probably wouldn't be at my little church. Okay, even the church that I was in when we got married, I thought we was going to my church because, we're spiritual. And we thought we was going to go to church, but he came a couple of times. He was not happy. So I ended up going to his church. Okay. So church girls, my princess sisters, we need to stop dating like church girls. Okay. Stop praying for God to show you who your husband is. Get up, dress up. Put something pretty on, get your hair did, put some perfume on, put on some nice earrings, put on some bright, pretty, feminine, soft colors, and go out. Find a nice restaurant to go to. Sit down and eat by yourself. Stop going out with your girlfriends, because your girlfriends might be keeping you single. Find events in your community to go to so that you can reposition yourselves to meet somebody. Ruth was in the field, okay? Rachel was at the well, okay? Rebecca was at the well. Where was Leah, the church girl? At home. She ain't never had no husband. Laban had to trick Jacob into marrying her, okay? And even the woman at the well, she was at the well. She had 5 husbands. Jesus said, go call your husband. She said, I don't have none. Jesus said, you spoke right because you've had 5. Okay, 5. She probably had a something on the side, and she was probably looking for husband number 6. But thank God Jesus was the 7th man. So my sisters, I'm trying to tell you, stop dating like a church girl and get up, get out. Go meet you somebody. Stop crying. Oh my God, I heard about a 51-year-old virgin have never been out on a date. 51. And the other sister was like, God bless you, sister. Keep on hanging in there. God is going to do it for you. Baby, you're 51. You ain't never went out on a date with a man. A man have never asked you out. You don't see something wrong with that. You don't see something wrong with that. It's just, God's going to do it. Okay. If you keep doing the same thing, okay. Insanity is keep on doing the same thing, expecting a different result. Did that bless you today? Did that help you? Please comment below and let me know if this little word, stop dating like a church girl, help you, okay? Because if you've been dating like a church girl and you have not met your husband yet and you're in your 30s, your mid-30s and 40s and 50s, girl, you need to change. Message me so I can help you, because time is clicking. When the girls, they're in their 20s, they still have a little bit of time. I give them until they're 30. Okay, after 30, you got to get it together, okay? You have got to get it together. Okay, so please remember to subscribe if this little word bless your spirit. Subscribe. Leave me a comment below. Let me know if you've been dating like a church girl. Please share. Invite your other girlfriends. Tell them about this channel, Janice Hilton. And I hope that this word bless you and encourage you and have shaken you to get up and get out and stop dating like a church girl. I love you, love you, love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. See you later. Check back for one of my other videos. I love you guys. Bye.